Get ready for chalupas on the Iron Spoon Kitchen. Whoa, look at that go. Hello, and welcome to the Iron Spoon Kitchen, where today I'm going to be taking these tortillas and frying them up to make chalupas, which are little boats. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. So come on in a little bit closer so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Ooh, look at that go. Okay, I'm going to get some of the air out of here. And we're making a chalupa. The chalupa is a Spanish term that means small boat. It was actually used back in the 1500s as a whaling vessel in Spain. And it later became known as just a little two-man boat, or a skiff even. And this recipe that I'm using today for this comes from a 1936 cookbook done by two sisters. And they took their grandmother's recipes. She was from Mexico, and they put them into this book. And probably in part because 1936 was the centennial of the state of Texas. But it has all sorts of great recipes in it. And we'll look at it together a little bit later after I finish this. But they're good original recipes from the early 1900s and late 1800s. Okay, I'm going to press this on the side here to get some of this air out so that we can get our filling in. Oh, that's looking perfect. That's looking like a canoe. What a feast. What a feast, or fiesta, I should say. Well, this comes from First Foods of America. And this was written by Edna and Blanche McNeil. They were sisters, and they did this in 1936. And this book was recently republished and reprinted on a limited edition. And I imagine that they did it, since it was done in 1936, as I said earlier, it may have been done for the Texas Centennial, which was in 1936. But it's full of great, genuine Mexican recipes from the girl's grandmother. And so, everything in here, chalupas there, aguacate, that means avocado chalupas. And today we're just doing chalupas. And as I said, that is a small boat. But now let's get this thing assembled. I did a whole bunch of these here, so let's find one that will hold a lot of stuff. This is going to be messy. Oh, that one looks like it will hold some. So I got my refried beans straight from a can. Yeah, sometimes I do use stuff straight from a can, but this is that Goya brand, and they're usually pretty good. We'll do that. Some tomato. And these are all ingredients, as said, to put in there. Some onion, lettuce, a little Mexican cheese, and some peppers. And these are just like medium heat, but you can get whatever you want. Okay, let's take a bite of this and watch everything explode and go onto this plate below me, which I guess I'm hoping that it just goes to the plate. All right, here we go. Huh. It held its shape better than I thought. Oh, boy, that's good. I gotta have one more bite, just a second. That is messy. I would not recommend having that unless you have plenty of towels nearby, maybe a plastic tablecloth. But boy, if that isn't good. Well, it makes a difference making your own fried tortillas there. And it wasn't that hard. And you can see I did quite a bit of them. And the ones I don't use, I can cover with powdered sugar and make like a sopapilla. So it takes a little getting used to do it. Now this is, again, the very first time I've ever done this. And so the hardest part was trying to get that shape at first. And one of the key things though is that you see how this one puffed up so much? You can't really get stuff in it. So as I went on, I started to pinch it and let the air out of those areas. So, oh yeah, if you want to get this book, First Foods of America, great book, history of Mexican food and how it developed. And probably got at least 100 recipes in here. Genuine Mexican recipes, and also with the Indian influence in Mexico. And of course you can put in other things besides just the beans, but that's what it had in there. And but it tastes great. It really does. All right, well, thank you for joining me for another episode, the Chalupa episode of the Iron Spoon Kitchen.